Walker Percy's quote encapsulates the feeling that all of us feel eventually at a point in our life. Unless you're an extremely lucky person, there has been a moment where you've encountered a facet or a piece of humanity that horrifies you and prompts you to wonder, why exactly is life worth working for? Sometimes it might be a person who consistently cruises through life by cutting corners and pulling strings, while everybody else falls short by working hard. Sometimes it might be the lack of appreciation you get after a job well done. At that point, we think, what am I doing? Why am I even trying, if this is what happens? As a person, I have to admit that I have very strong moral principles. So this has happened to me more often than I like to admit. But no matter what, no matter how many times I've felt frustration at yet another one of humanity's disappointments, I'm still here. I haven't gone through a dramatic hero's journey where the world suddenly stopped having those problems. I haven't found a reason that justifies all of it. I'm just still here. I sleep and I wake up and I decide to keep living another day. I think that itself is what a human being is. I do believe that we live in a deranged age. I don't believe this is how the world should be, and I don't believe that we have the slightest idea of what we're doing. But I think that's what matters. Even though that we're extremely confused, even though that we're constantly under an onslaught of disaster and tragedy and confusion, we've still gotten this far. We've still advanced to a stage where we have the technological capabilities and can perform what in the past would have been seen as magic and miracle in a universe that is roughly 10 to 26 power times as big as us. Despite all the odds against us, we've continued to help and take care of others. We've preserved morality and standards in a world where it is so easy to fall to selfishness. Human beings aren't meant to try to live, we are meant to live to try. We are meant to try every single day to show up with our 40% or the 110% that we're provided. All in all, we do live in a deranged age, but we're still living. And perhaps instead of thinking that we don't know what we're doing in spite of our advancements, we should look at it this way. We've made so many great discoveries and advancements in spite of the fact that most of us have no idea what in the world we're doing. More than anything, this allows me to fulfill my personal goal, to hold hope and rebel against the apathy and the lack of compassion that society surrounds us with. The fact that Baylor University proposed and asked this question shows me that a Christian education there will prompt me to continue and to try to persevere despite all the obstacles that come my way. As an aspiring surgeon, I've been told that by many that there will be hurdles. So many times a doctor or a medical professional has told me to quit pursuing medicine if I'm doing it for the money or the glory, because there are much easier ways to get that. I agree with that statement, and that's why I haven't quit. I'm pursuing medicine for the same reason that humanity pursues advancement. Because I can, and because I want to try.